Good day, viewers. Welcome to another episode of Intimate Conversations with Isa Favored. We educate, we teach, we empower, we do all these issues that have got to do with life. The last episode that we did, we were talking about Alzheimer's and dementia, where we had Mrs. Nguchane explaining to us. I'm even trying to change my voice because she is so soft. And she was saying one of the things when you talk to Abokoko who've got dementia, you must be soft-spoken. So I'm trying with my big voice. But then I thought it is so important that we also have an experience of someone who's living with Ugogo, who has a dementia. I met Unduduzo on TikTok. So if you're a TikToker, somehow he must have come through, on your feed. Unduduzo lives with Ugogo wetu. Like, you've got to know Ugogo. You've got to know. After today, you must follow Unduduzo so that you get to know about Ugogo. He's a young man. Unduduzo is very young. But he's taken such a huge responsibility. It's amazing. I followed him, and then I made contact, and we're here today. Welcome, Duduzo. Thank you for agreeing to be a guest.
Thank you so much for having me, Siswan. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I was asking him, he's like, she's outside, Sometimes ugogo wethu, sometimes ugel, Unduduzo calls her ugel, at I umugel namhlanje.
Untombo.
So tell us a bit, Nduduzo, about Untombo. Tell us about a little bit about ugogo. When she was diagnosed with dementia, then we'll get to your everyday life. Just tell us a little bit about her.
Ugogo kahle is umakamamam. She was diagnosed with dementia in 2019, right just after my mom passed away. And then the doctor said it was triggered by a trauma of losing a loved one. That's why Waba had dementia. I think maybe they guess it was the body trying to forget about the trauma. She was diagnosed in 2019.
Okay. What did you notice as a family that made you to consult? What were the symptoms that she displayed?
Well, before this, she was always alert. She knew everyone and But then what we noticed is the fact that she somehow forgot who we were. I suppose it's ngobani, And then that's when I took her to the doctor. I'm like, I know there's something going on here. So the doctor said, well, what was the age? What was the trauma? I can trauma like you recently. And then I told him. And then he was like, it could be dementia, but we're going to run some tests. And then they ran tests, and then they discovered it is dementia.
She has dementia. How did that affect your life as a family? What are the adjustments that you had to make?
We had to make huge adjustments because ugogo bekahlala nomama way too. So what happened was, I was living in Joburg. So the biggest adjustment that I had to make was leaving everything behind in Joburg and coming to live with her, because I felt she needed someone that she knows, someone familiar, that could stay with her, So yeah, that was the biggest adjustment that I had to do. Coming all the way, leaving everything, living my life in Joburg, and then having to come here and live with her. You know.
You know, I said to you the other day, Ndu, that big ups to you for that. Because you're still young. So Joburg is the place to be, you know? And you had to leave the glitz and glam and come back to Mlazi. Uh, the love you have for Untombo, it's amazing.
Yeah, I felt that I had to because she was all alone. I couldn't leave her all alone. So I had to come back and to just be with her, comfort her, you know, go with her like through all this journey of
Yeah.
dementia and forgetting. I mean, forgetting things and yeah. So I had to be like her security guard.
Was it a hard decision having come back? Did you sometimes feel like, oh, I miss Josie? You know,
I'm not gonna lie, I miss my life in Joburg, but I don't have any regrets.
okay.
I don't regret. I don't regret moving back home.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm doing something. I'm with someone that I love, and I'm doing something for her. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't have regrets at all. As much as I miss my life back in Joburg, but I don't regret anything.
You are very few young men can do what you've done. And for that, like, as I must say, I respect you. I respect you. Very few young men or women can do what you've done. One of the things that the professional, my explainer, dementia and all, she said it is important to establish routine with somebody who has dementia. So take us through your danger with ugogo wetu. How does it look like?
Um, you're into Gaifani because sometimes she would wake up very grumpy, and sometimes she would wake up very emotional, like crying and all of that. But most days she's a happy soul. She's always happy. She always wants to make other people happy. Yeah, happy. She comes to my room like every morning. Literally, when she wakes up, the first thing she does is come to my room. Then we have a chat. Then she goes back and leave. And then yeah, later on in the day, then she comes. But she's she's a very talkative person. She talks a lot. She loves
Okay.
making conversation and she makes conversation with everyone around. When she sees someone passes by, she calls them inside the house. She's that type of person. She's friendly and yeah. But there's gloomy days
Yeah.
where she's just not not okay, where she's just moody, she's not talking, where she cries most of the day. Um, then you have to be there and comfort her and tell her that everything is going to be fine. You know, yeah, it's not the same. Like every day
Not
is
the
not the same. Every day
same.
has
Yeah.
its own challenges. Yeah.
Okay. And I wanted on those days, how I know that you say you've got to encourage her. How do you navigate
Mm,
those days? Because I think those days then you feel I have to be there for her. So there's this
mm.
added pressure on you that I wanna see her being her usual self. So how do you
Mhm.
navigate those kind of days? And have you noticed if there's any triggers that causes her to wake up like that? Anything happens or what?
I don't know. I haven't. I don't think that anything happens. I think it just comes with the condition. Because like when she wakes up moody, when you try to cheer her up, she doesn't even smile sometimes, and then you have to be there, sit with her, maybe cut her nails, do some activities with her. Then she starts opening up and she starts being herself again. So that's the only way is to make sure that you do some activities with her, um, you know, because maybe cut her nails or just give her a massage, a foot massage or something. Then she starts, lightening up,
Yeah.
lighting up. Yeah.
What you're speaking to actually is what Sis Shelley said, that they love touch. Touch does something to them, you know. So, when you cut her nails or massage, slowly she comes back to being herself, yeah, yeah. Did you, okay, you were saying something?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Continue.
Okay. Did did you find that the doctors helped you to understand the condition better, or you had to do your own read up, or any support group or anything like that?
I'm not gonna lie. Her doctor did explain the condition, how it works. She explained quite a lot, But then I had to go out there and do my own research, find out how to treat her, how when she's moody, when she's like this, when she's happy, because she sometimes gets too excited, like a little kid. So I know what to do when she's like that, like to calm her down. Sometimes she cries, I have to calm her down, maybe take a drive with her, buy her ice cream or something, then she becomes like more calm.
Okay. What made you to start journaling on TikTok with her?
Okay. What made me do it was the fact that, like, I'm home most of the time with her. So I was like, how about I do something like that? Also, I wanted to raise awareness because emalokishini, as you know, abogogo bayabulawa, kuthiwa bayaloya and stuff like that. Yes. So basically it was more like I wanted to raise awareness. I wanted to teach people, Uguti, it's not that by tagata, but they're sick, because my grandmother also did the same thing until we started locking the gate. Because she would go to the neighbors and just stand there and not do anything, So the neighbors would call me and say, "Hey, bo, and please come take her," So I realized then that that's why abogogo abaningi babulawa, because they just wander around and So I was like, no, let me help and try to teach people about dementia, so that they know that it's not just it's not that bad tagata or something like that, but sick,
Did you find that within the community, before we get to social media, because it's got its own dynamics, within the community where you live, did you find that it was hard to embrace her condition, or did you generally have an understanding community?
I would say I have a very understanding community, because I explained to most neighbors that about her condition, and I told them that if they happen to find her in their yards, they must not be alarmed. And they understood that they understand, they're quite understanding. That's what I'm going to say. They're quite understanding. They didn't have that. They've never given me any problems.
Problems.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess it also counts how she lived with her neighbors when she was still okay without the condition. So that also counts. How do they then receive her in the condition that she's in right now?
Yes. I think it was that as well because she, she was quite close with everyone. Like she's a people's person, you
She
know. She just
is.
loves everyone. Like all the neighbors basically are very attached to her.
And I see she loves when you go through her albums, old pictures, she comes alive.
She comes alive because I've realized that uh there's quite a few things that she remembers, and most things that she remembers is things of the past. She doesn't remember. She okay. She remembers as her life up until she started working
Okay.
Kwanongoma. That's like the only. That's as far as it goes. Like after that she got married. She doesn't remember that she got married.
Oh, really?
She doesn't remember. She doesn't even remember that she has children. So taking pictures out and showing her pictures of the life that she remembers that makes her happy,
It makes her
because that's the
happy.
life she knows.
So, according to her, who are you?
According to her, well, she knows Uguti I'm Unduduzo, her grandson. But most of
Okay.
the time she calls me Ubuti. She thinks I'm a brother. And then sometimes she calls me Baba, as in Babuake, you know.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So you've learned to respond to what at that time akubona ukuthi uwuye, you respond to that.
Yes, if athi sis, if athi bhuti, nami ngithi sis, you know.
And then umbali ke nayo usithandwa sakhe.
Yeah, Shem, Umbali is quite young. I don't think well, she's only now starting to understand her condition. Um, she's in, yeah, but she's very good with her as well. She's very good with her as well, yeah.
Because I've seen ugogo loves umbali so much also when she sees umbali nje wembali.
Funny enough, she's the only person that she doesn't mistake for other people.
Oh,
She just
really?
knows that it's bad. Yes, she's the only person.
Okay.
Mm.
And what did you ever ask her doctors ukuthi why?
No, I've never asked why.
Okay.
Okay.
Never asked.
All right. No, I just needed us to bring that perspective and awareness to people. You know, ukuthi when you have a loved one, kuyaphileka. It is challenging, of course, but kuyaphileka. Just before we go towards rep, why did you never consider old age home? Just curious.
Uh, because for me, it felt like if I took her there, I was gonna be like deserting her, you know. Uh, and besides, you know how black people are. We don't believe in those things. We, I, it just felt wrong. It just
Yeah.
felt wrong. So I was like, no, I did consider it. I don't want to lie. I did consider it because I was like, yeah, as in, let me just stay in Joburg and live my life and then take it to an old age home. But then something said to me, no, it doesn't,
No.
it just doesn't sit well. It just doesn't,
Okay.
it doesn't sound right.
Yeah. And you were saying to me, ukuthi, it's just you, no gogo. You don't have help. You don't have a live-in helper.
No, I do have someone who is helping me with her.
Okay.
Because she needs someone who's going to be here like 24/7. Yeah, especially because let's say I go somewhere, yeah, live her with someone. She does have
Okay.
someone who stays with her, who takes care of her.
Oh.
Oh, okay, okay. And they've got a good understanding.
They have a very good relationship. They have a very good
Okay.
relationship.
All right. No, that's good. Anything else, anything that you would like to bring out to our viewers, somebody who's gonna watch this, what would you like to say to them that they must just, advise something?
My advice would be for people that are living with abogogo that have dementia, abogogo or abamkhulu abane dementia. You just it takes a lot of patience for you to stay with them and take care of them. So I'm pleading with them to just be patient with them. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes you feel like, you know what, I've had it, but they just need to have a little bit of patience and know that it's not them, it's the sick, it's the condition, the condition is making them say things sometimes, harsh things, but they must just be patient with them.
Be patient with them.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ndu, for coming through and creating awareness. We are about awareness. And thank you for giving us Ugogo. Because as your followers, we feel like she's our Gogo. We feel like we own her together with you. She's an amazing woman. And it's beautiful to watch your life with her. Thank you for ushering Gogo to all of us and not keeping her to yourself, but making her Gogo of the nation. We love her so much. We love you for loving her. I don't think you would have been this famous if it was not for Gogo on TikTok.
I know.
She has made me famous. We are the because of Gogo. So thank you so much for that.
Viewers at home, thank you for tuning in. I want to believe that you've just been enlightened. Nduduzo is a remarkable young man. Like I said to him, very few people can do what he's doing. So if you find yourself in that situation, if you make that call, you've got somebody you can talk to. I'm sure he will know. He will not, he will avail himself. Just to say, like he says, some days are harder than others, but love will make you do things that are so selfless. Because he could have continued and stayed in Joburg, but he said, no, for the love of Ugogo, I'm going to go back home. So let us love. I said in the previous conversation, let's love our Gogo too. Let's embrace them. Let's be patient with them. Until next time, take care. Stay blessed. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to tell somebody about the channel. And let's just educate and create awareness together. Till next time, take care and stay blessed.